Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 315. I'm coming for you. 36 power. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Hey. Cut. Out. Got it. Showing it. Check 3. Tempo.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
I'm going to run you over. Slam. Begin.
Here's Muhammad. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Mike 5'9", Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike the 59. Hey, tight. Check nickel. 18. Check.
Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
95.
Kill.
Alert.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
12, 12.
Check Mike.
12.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". You ain't going.
Alert, 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 alert.
Set.
Gun.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
What? 315.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Took right.
Quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
12. 12. Hold up.
Hatch it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Screen, good.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
40.
Mike 5'9". Check pass. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
I'll go special.
Tighten up. Deuce.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
What we got?
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Watching that play unfold or watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On first down, it's Taylor. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
You got it! You got it! You got it!
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Mike 51. Stay with your man. Let's go double count right here. Double count. 51. Son, you gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Watch that. Watch the edge. Check safety. Good job right there. Under crush. Up. Check 24.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A give running right is Chubb, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Bring it. Rush in. Check 99. 57 Mike.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Defense wins championships, baby. Bang, 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 bang.
Let's go, 4 down.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate? And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
You go tight. You got tight.
Spread left, spread left.
Alert flare. Alert flare.
On second down now. It's Taylor, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
380.
51's the mark. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Left pass, left pass. 14.
10.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Pick it up. No. Off.
Go. 40.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Clear.
Shift.
Zebra.
Shift.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
You can't block me. Hey, watch it.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. You got nothing. 41's coming. 41's the Mike. Come on, D. Check 37. Check.
Friday.
Check 4.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Check 15, check 15. Go. 57's the mark. Trump. Woo-hoo! Joker. He's checking. Crash. Kill. Hey. Jim. Alert 3.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Watch the twist.
2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
57's the mic. Watch 57. You better bring it. Let me know right here. Watch twist. Go. Check the backer. Back. Shit. 36.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 52. Check 40. Watch twist.
2nd and 11. He's got this one complete to Perriman. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tariq Cohen, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Single, single slot. Check 3. Go, guys, 4 down.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Slam. Check nickel.
Touch 50.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They run it again with Chubb. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
March 50, March 50, March 50. Drop D. Safe. And let's go double count right here, double count. Watch the ship. Check. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Wilson. Myles Garrett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
3 down. SOS. Quick dash. Come. Hatch it. Hey, 0. All those spots off the screen.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going to throw right side here. Complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot right away from... And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown.
Nice touchdown, baby.
A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, alert 3. Ship. Watch that. Check safety.
Bang out. Bam. Screen,
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Check 49, check 49.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Watch the curl, watch the curls.
Hey, alert.
Rashid.
On first down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, alert. Switch. Bang. Hey, guys, listen. Check. Crunch. Switch.
After the sack on first down, Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
59 Mike. Check 59. Check 50. Watch twist. Check. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Good stuff.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And again, it's Chubb. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shit.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a first and 10.
Get wide. Check.
No pass.
Shoot.
19. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 4. Check 4.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check 15.
12, 12.
Joker.
One left, one left.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Check. Mike, 57. Let's go, defense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
Hey, Mike 57. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He'll get this one to Galladay. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Jim. Alert. Go. Alert 3.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
14.
Now Wilson. Going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Check 31.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First down, Cleveland.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Twist. 19.
Twist. Check 3.
Hey, 0.
To throw is Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on. Have some. He don't want it. Out. Go 14. Showing it. Check 3. Let's go. 4 down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Slam.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, 315. Hey, good job right there. Watch the boot.
Go. Mike 51.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check nickel. Check. 51, Mike 51.
Here's Wilson to throw again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Go 14.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Alert.
41's the mic.
Found it.
Big stop, let's go. Sponge.
Found it.
No. Kill.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Switch.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Slam. Ankle. Switch gears.
On first down, Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Bang out.
2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
Far left. 51's the mic. Go, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming down. 14, find it. Yeah. Check. Fresh now. 25.
From the 39, Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 51. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Go, Mike 51. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Hey, alert. SOS. Bang out. Bam.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Good job right there. 51, Mike 51.
Now it's Wilson. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
At the 25-yard line.
What? 51. Hey guys, listen. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Let's go.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here we go. 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Come on. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Deuce. Shift. Watch the shift.
Check 13. 13.
Tight yard.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check long. Watch ball. Under crunch. Check 24. Check 24.
Check 49.
He'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.